Hello everyone, welcome back and welcome new viewers to some more Stormworks. We're back here standing on our space station, a work in progress, and yeah, we've got some more stuff to do. So let's not waste any more time, let's jump in the workbench and let's get started. Alright, as you can see right now, we've got our main docking hub here, we've got our power station, and we've got a sleep habitat, and we've got our spaceship. We need something to kind of maybe control all this, so maybe a control center. But I think that's what we're going to do today. We're going to build a little control habitat, something that, you know, will have all our sensors in it, gauges, monitors, switches, dials, things like that. And we can just really read the readout of the entire station here. And I also think we're going to start rearranging some of the parts here as well and redesigning how the layout is. This was never my original intention of how things were going to go. The outer ring is more for docking, and then the center ring will go down and up, so to speak, and that will be our habitat and science labs and things. Let's jump in the bench real quick. First things first, I redesigned the main habitat to have a big door and a little door on it. That way, these guys can hook up to anything. And if we say have one that's hooked up to a small door and we got a big door here, we can just bring up another one and hook it up and we can transfer to a small door again. So this is kind of like the universal piece that we're going to be able to use and kind of build off of, so to speak. So we'll use this here to build our command center. Another thing I did, I took that same build and I built it out like this. So now I have 6 little docking ports on one shipping container, so to speak. Is it a shipping container? It's a shipping container size. So we've got our big door, so we could hook up to an outer hatch, or this could be used for a docking ship. And we've got a hatch on the side here, which allows us to connect up to the small sides of our ball here. And we've got 4 on the outer ring here, which means that we could take some of these and hook up to this itself. We could essentially grab more of these and say put them side to side and create some sort of habitat like that. We could put them on top like so, or you could put them end to end like so, and now you have, you know, kind of a massive little system here. You've got two corridors here with 4 ports on the outside. Lots could be done and connected to here. We could even go one step further and kind of start doing them sideways like this, make some side corridors. So now this piece gives us the ability to do a lot. We could circle this, do other corridors, and really get ourselves lost in space here. The other thing that I was thinking about that this could be really good for, and special thanks to Mad Mike, these are his actual escape pods that he's working on, is something like this. It's an escape pod corridor. So you'd be able to come through and jump in one of these escape pods. You could jettison yourself off of this thing if something was happening, or these things are actually supposed to be designed that they could return to this, and you could just use it as a tiny little space travel device. Maybe put some magals on this and we could use it to carry some of these containers around. So as you can see, that's where we're going with this. I've got a lot of other people working on this space station as well, so you'll probably see some parts come in here and there that you didn't see me build, because this is a huge collab. If you guys want to build some stuff for this, if you guys come up with something super crazy and it seems legit enough to put to the space station, throw it in my Discord and I'll download it and we'll hook it up, because if we need it, we'll use it. But now that we've done that, I've actually got the sleeping habitat, and I was thinking that maybe in like this center one here, we could, let's get rid of all of this. All right, so we delete the door there, and we will fill in all of this like so. Let's go to our doors. We'll get our hatch, and I think we're gonna stick it right on the outside of this here. How can I do this? Let's fill that hole back in. Where is our hatch? Our hatch is here. I think that's the center. That is not the center. That the center? I don't think that's the center. Did I do this right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. No, that's why. Okay. I did it completely wrong. Let's do this. Fill in all that. Fill in this. Fix that. Now we've got plenty of space here, and I'll do a little circle there. That way we can actually see where we're going with it. And we can fill in this. And I need to go. Let's see. We need to do that. That'll be a better marking point because I need the center. I need the center to place the door. All right, so there we go. There's that. It sticks out a little bit, which is fine. We'll be able to dock with it a little easier, and we'll just fill in all of that, make that nice and neat. That's fine. That works. Let's go to the inside. Let's get rid of all of that. We can fill this in. And my reason for doing this is that we could sit this, now that I've shown you that other container, it could literally sit right side by side with this. So you'd have a main corridor, you walk in, you could have a sleep hab on one side, sleep hab on the other, or a sleep habitat on all 4 sides. We've reduced the beds, so that's It means we've got 2 less in here, which means we'll need another habitat for more people if we need it. It just gives us options on how we want to lay out our space station in orbit. And I was just thinking this is something that I wanted to do. I wanted to give myself the ability to do kind of play Legos a little bit better, so to speak, with all of this. There we go. We'll hook all that up. We'll come in here and we'll put a switch in this later, and we'll make all this work. Another thing that I noticed is I put switches behind the doors, and when these doors are open, I can't do anything with these. So we're gonna swap sides with this as well. Come on, come on. There we go. Yeah, I'll take all that, and we'll just fix it in a minute. All right, there we go. We'll paste that. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Paste it, not spawn it. There we go. Paste, merge. Then clean all this up. Get these pieces out of here. There we go. Fine and dandy, and we'll just put it all back. All right, so we'll go ahead and get ourselves a toggle here, and I will do a better job of hooking all these doors up. Let's see. On off sent. Nope, we want to. Magalls? Are we do we have a Magall one already? Magnet toggle, right here, magnet toggle. And yeah, I'm gonna fix these doors up. I just, for ease of connections, this is how we're gonna do it right now. Connected, open, close. I do want some safety locks and things on these systems, and I think that'll help us out quite a bit. Let's paint this as a safety orange going through the door there. There we go. Don't want to bump our head on anything. And that should be good like that. Let's, we don't need this. That can go away. And I think on, maybe? On. I don't know what these need to be. We'll just turn everything on so the doors are open and Magalls are working. Cool. Okay, so we fixed our little habitat here. I think that works out quite good. We could put some windows in the floor too. I think we're good right now. We'll see how everything connects up. Let me save this. Whoopsies. Whoopsies. I see it. I see it. There we go. Paint that. Still orange on the inside. Okay, save it. All right, so the sleep corridor, I've kind of done some changes there. Now let's work on our command center. And I'm thinking this is going to be, we're going to need to be able to see all the way around with this. We're going to need to be able to communicate from this spot. We're going to need to be able to do readouts, control doors, control Magalls, control a whole lot from this thing. So we're going to need we're going to need full visibility all the way around. And I'm thinking this might be an end bubble or something. Since we've got the new piece, the new like long piece with side pieces on it, we could just utilize this one end here. And I think that's what we're going to do. Let's cut this in half. We're just going to highlight all this. We'll grab all this, grab all this, grab all that, and grab all that. And I just want like the first half of it like that. I think that'll be a pretty good size. We cut that. All right, so we'll paste that in and merge that up so we make sure that's the right thing. Let's turn this around. And I'm seriously thinking like just a little ball like that. It doesn't need to be massive. You just need to be able to get inside of it, have a ton of monitors, seats, a couple things like that. How wide is this? It is uneven, so that's good. We need that. Let's just go with what we had here. Let's paste that. I think this will be good. And then we'll get rid of this. Yeah, so we'll put windows around this whole thing here. So we'll do windows here. You know what, let's mirror mode it. That way we're doing things at the same time. Make it easier on ourselves. We'll do that. We'll do there and on the bottom. Now, if we were kind of in this thing, you can kind of see around yourself, all directions. I'm kind of envisioning this thing being vertical. But for the sake of building it and being able to carry it, I am trying to keep everything in the ISO size. So let's see, we need to figure out how far out 29 is. So there's 29 right there. Let's delete all that, delete all this, and we get rid of those. Perfect. So we just need to not go any further than this distance here. And I think that should be good. Let's grab our portholes. I think we could do one there, one on top. Oops, let's make this a little bigger. How does that look? Glass looks good. We'll put one on the end here. How does that look? Glass is the wrong way. There we go. And one on bottom. And is that the wrong way? Nope, glass looks good. So inside here, we've got the ability to look around. This is perfect. I think, let's see. I'm gonna turn this sideways so that we can see what we're actually doing here. I know that we don't have it up or down, but how we're gonna be sitting in this thing will be up and down. We'll cut all of that. We'll paste it like this. Now you guys can understand where my brain is going when I'm sitting here saying I'm thinking about sitting in it like this and looking outwards. I think that's pretty good. Let's do something here. I'm gonna want some seats in here just so we can kind of sit and work. Maybe this height here is a good one. Where's the seat? Let's see what a regular seat looks like. Actually, I think that head height's pretty good right there, honestly. So let's fill all this in. We'll get rid of that. We'll just kind of make a floor that we can kind of float up to, almost like a do we have a so-called forward? We don't. So this is all going to be, any side is going to be workable. All right, so fill that in. Come on, fill that in. Fill that in. Do it. Fill that one spot in. There we go. We'll go here, fill in across here. That's extra. Don't need it. Yeah, I guess we'll just keep a tiny little hole in the center here. You'll float up into this zone. We can just do something like that. There we go. You float through here. This area here will be extra stuff, batteries, equipment, things like that. Pass through. I think that'll work pretty good. Let's get rid of all of this. Don't need any of that. That's not needed. And now, so we're sitting here thinking we're floating around. Let's do some seats. Wait, how do I want to do? I want to do some equipment first. Let's think about this. Maybe some monitors in the corners here, and we can redesign all of that. Let's get a pivot. Nope. Helps to go to the actual build stuff first. Pivot. We'll do robotic. Let's do it on this side here. Can I go down one more? Is there room to go down one more? There is. We can go like that. But actually, I think that's going to collide with stuff. So maybe we do that. I don't know. I'm already struggling with this. Let's see. I want the monitor to be maybe that high. Let's see what that looks like. Not bad. And then maybe some instruments on top of that. Something like that. There's some readouts. Perfect. I like that. And we can kind of copy and do that all the way around on all four sides here. Let me copy and paste and do that. All right, got that done. I think it looks pretty good. Let's get a constant number in here so these things will turn. Constant number, constant number, constant number. Where am I going to hide you? Right here in the corner. Hopefully that doesn't cause that's going to cause problems. Let's just do it right here. And we want to get to all of these. All of you, all of you, all of you. And I think 0.5 is what we want. I'm not sure. We'll start there, and if they can go further, we'll go further with them. Let's spawn that in. I want to see what that looks like. Okay, not bad. I think 0.5 is the way to go. Let's get up in here. We'll actually be sitting here, and we can look out our windows. We can see spaceships coming in. We can assess the space station. We can look down each way. We have readouts, gauges, things like that. I kind of want to do some more in here. A seat would be nice. That would allow us to go into third person and kind of look around and do some more observations, see if there's anything damaged. Some handles, that might help. Let's do a lot of that. First things first. Oh, nope, can't do that. We're going to do this. Is that going to hide that better? I don't think it is. I think what I wanted to do was this. I think that will make that look cleaner as it closes. Oh, no, other way. Let's try that. That will actually look pretty good. Let's do some seats here. They just need to be small seats, just so we can grab onto something. And we'll do some there. And we'll just put a little spacer in between them. Sure, why not? There we go. Handles will help us kind of grab things and maybe get into the space station here. Get rid of that, the handle there, handle there. That looks pretty good in that window as well. Let's see, maybe a handle here. A handle here. We've got power to the door. Let's give ourselves a battery. I'm gonna go for a medium battery just so that the command center actually has enough to supply itself separate from everything else. That should be good. Battery there. Let's see. We'll do in the corner there like that. I think that'll look nicer. We'll see. Only way I know is to spawn it in. We'll do that. Let's spawn that in. All right, we're inside. Let's take a seat. Yeah, I'm actually digging this. This actually feels pretty good. Have all kinds of different systems on here. We can do our air quality. We can do connections. There's a lot here. I don't want to go into too much detail with certain buttons and connections because there's a lot of things that we don't have yet that I don't know how to implement. I have an idea of how they might work. So I'm trying to kind of jump the gun here and kind of get a little bit of work on that. But I think we're doing pretty good here. I like this. I like this little section here. I might put another window here and here since we're not sitting here, just to kind of give it some more visibility. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Which side is our seats on? Our seats are there, so let's delete here. We can put another window in here, giving us excellent visibility outside of this thing. Perfect. There we go. A couple extra windows. You can see up. Yeah, I think this is gonna work. I kind of want to fix this a little bit. I'm gonna do that and then get an inverse. And we're gonna plop that in like so and like so. Yeah, I like that a lot better. I think that looks better. What if I did like so and like so and like so? Does that feel too claustrophobic? I don't think it does. And it just kind of gives us a little bit more hiding places for things and less space using oxygen. Yeah, I think that works pretty good. Let's see. Outside, I need a radio. Radio. How high up can that thing go? We could go up a couple more blocks here, honestly. Let's try that. Let's use the space that we got. We'll cut that. We'll go up, and right there is our limit. So we'll paste that. Nothing can go over that. So here, let's put a little boop, boop, like so. We'll merge this. And now off of here, we could do some other things, like more communications. So let's do something like this. We'll do some, oops, let's go down one. We'll go down one. Do this. We will do that. Let's take symmetry off. We're gonna do a video send and receive on the other side. And I think what we'll do is a transponder and a beacon on the other. Somebody was mentioning maybe a transponder for, like, say, if systems started to fail, the transponder could go off if certain things got low enough. I think that's a pretty cool idea. So we might have some more transponders all over our system here soon. But I also am wondering about radars in space and how that's going to work. So I'm going to get the radar here. I think they'll still work. I'm pretty sure they will still work in space. We'll have to find out. They haven't said they won't, but it'd be nice because they won't be showing every single animal that's in the game when you're trying to, like, navigate and do missions. So it actually would show you just ships and space stations, which would be really, really nice. Let's clean this up a little bit. Of course, you have to do some settings on the radar to make it a little bit different. Open up the wide mouth here, so you get more of a, instead of a forward-looking radar, you want a complete sphere. Searching everything around you. We'll need some different screens for that as well. And I think actually on the other side here, what we'll do is this will be our satellite dish that we get, our directional, which will be really nice. That will give us some super long range to be able to communicate. And I feel like we need to place something here in this guy. Why can't I click on things? There we go. We'll put this guy on there. Look at that. That's freaking crazy. Now, if that was just a, instead of a radar dish, that was actually a communications dish, that would be really cool. So this place will be reserved for our satellite dish. Can I make a fake little satellite dish here? Let's try pipe. We'll do something like that. I don't know, something like that, little satellite dish. Yeah, that works. Let's just paint this black just so it stands out. There we go, little satellite dish. Long range communications, and I think that will actually turn so we can pivot that, which would be really cool. So that'd just be a little placeholder for that. So we've got comms, we've got the ability to kind of read what's around us. We can send out signals, we can send out video signals, we can communicate. I think this is coming together pretty well. Let's see, door, let's fix our door, make sure it actually works. We've got mag all turned on. Let's go ahead and make sure that's on, and on. There we go, now our door can get connected. We're gonna need some systems in here. I don't know what all our systems, like I said, as we get more systems and we hook up more parts, we can come back and work on this. But I feel like we got a pretty good base for a command center here. I kind of want to see, what if we did pipes here? How's that gonna look? That looks pretty good. That works for me. I can dig that. So we got our command center. Paint's gonna be another thing that we can do. A bunch of paint blocks, indicators, lights. You know what, we could use lights on this. This is kind of like a tower. Why not? Let's put some lights on this, some blinky lights. So we'll go RGB. Where do we want to put this? Maybe kind of on both sides here, something like that. I think that could work. The other thing that I think we could actually do as well, let's get some spots and make sure they're white. And I'm gonna put these underneath these lights, and we can turn these out. And what'll happen is that when we are, when we are attached to something, these will kind of, we'll do a 45 on these, and these will actually light up the space station. They'll light up the ring, they'll light up any modules that are within that light range, and make it a little bit easier to see what we're doing when we're just navigating outside the spaceship. So I think that works. That looks pretty good. Spawn that in. Nice little command center. Be able to see everything. You can get up in here. You can sit, control your screens, control almost all the screens from one. You'll be floating around. You can see everything. You can check the antennas, see if they're damaged. Cool. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, I think we're looking pretty good here. I kind of want to just start setting some of this stuff up in the sky and see what it looks like. All right, so we're just trying to up in the void here. Let's go ahead and grab our vehicle here. First thing I want is actually the space hub. That's what's going to get us connecting to everything. Let's get this up in the sky here. Come on, let's move this around. All right, here we go. We've kind of got it into the area that I wanted to be in now. But this is not how I want this. This is usually going to be like this, actually, out in the voids of space. Is that nice and even? No, it's not. That's gonna make things hard to hook up to it. I think right there is good. So that's how I envision this thing actually floating in the sky, or floating in space, and then all of our modules kind of come off of this thing. And eventually, I think what we could do is actually put some engine modules on this, maybe attach a bridge to it, and then actually move this thing around in space, essentially building a spaceship out of our space station. I think that could be really neat there. Let's go ahead and grab another part. All right, so I've just got my secondary corridor here. What am I calling this? Just the parts corridor. I hate the way the add-on editor works. It's so hard to navigate this. Let's see, you got to move the orange block around just to get to where you want to be. So I think that actually is lined up pretty decent here. We can get it a lot better. There we go. And you can see how this would all work and connect up. Perfect. There we go. So let's put that in place. All right, from here we could do some sort of sleep corridor. And this is what I was actually thinking, is putting it off to the sides. And as we needed more, we could always add more. And it keeps it out of the way and keeps the distance that we're traveling through the space station down to a minimum. And of course, as we're in space, we'll have a little vehicle that helps us move these around and actually put these in place. But for now, we're just going to use the add-on editor because we can. All right, so as you can see, we've got our docking ring. We've got sort of an all-in-one corridor here that we can move through. We've got a sleep hab on the side. Let's get our comms center on this, and I think I'm going to grab another one of these containers and drag it out, and we'll just rotate this around like so until it's straight. That is definitely not straight. Something like that. That still looks a little crooked to me. It's a little crooked. I think that's a lot better. Let's see if I can get down there and actually see what we're doing here. Something like that, something like that. We'll just line this up nice and neat here. Perfect. I think they are not connected. There we go. Connect them. Perfect. Now from there, we could put our command center on here. And I'm thinking either like that or on the very tip top. I think for now, we'll do it like this. We need to put it like right here. Really close to where everything's they give us some space. We'll give these guys some space. I think that's pretty good. We can adjust things up just slightly here. All right, there we go. So now we've got our docking ring. We've got a nice little corridor here. We've got some sleeping quarters on the sides. Which we could double that up and put another one on the side here and have multiple sleeping quarters. I kind of want to do that. Since we're making things even, we'll just take that, we'll move this out of the way. Let's rotate it around as straight as we can make it. I think that's it right there. We'll find out when we start putting it together. Close, it's very close. Yeah, I think we're pretty spot on with that. As good as we can be with the add-on editor. This one feels a little low though. Maybe this one's too high up. Let's look through the windows. Yup, it is too high up. There we go. Now we've got double corridors on the sides, and then we can even throw in another one of these long ones here to kind of connect up the end here and kind of loop it around. My idea was, if anybody played Starfield, you know how those things were modular. That was kind of my plan, is what we were doing here. We need power. We're gonna need a power source. So let's grab our power hub here. We can put that on. Drop that. And I'm just realizing my power hub has the wrong connection here, so I'll have to fix that, but you guys will get the idea. I'll fix that offline. We're already hooking things up here. You'll just have to crawl through a door that feels a little odd there. All right, that's looking pretty good. I do want to put another little habitat on the end here so you guys can understand that, maybe one side would be our escape pods, and we kind of come back into, so you got like sleeping and things on one end, living quarters, and then maybe on the other end is more of our engineering and things like that. We'll just throw another space corridor in here. Wait, why did that? Oh, I replaced the ring. Oops, let me fix that. All right, all sorted. Just adding another little container here. And actually, I'm adding the wrong one. Let me grab the right one here. This is the one that I was thinking of, so you guys can see how this works and understand where we're kind of going here. And what the idea of this is all this lined up a little bit. Let's slide it over like so. That should be good. Yeah, space station is growing. As you can see, we'll have to put our ship on here somewhere. We'll have to dock it sideways, which would be okay. But look, that's starting to look really cool up there. I'm super excited where this is going. Guys, keep throwing me your ideas. I've got a ton of ideas written down here. A lot that I didn't do today. We did get our command center that was done. Transponders for like low O2 and stuff like that. I still need to do some safety locks. I need separate power sources for our doors. Maybe some sort of docking hatch, something that's just like a dock, something that we could put like a little space vehicle in, or like our little moonwalking kind of chair. That'd be nice to do. Let's see, some sort of, yeah, safety system on the doors, maybe a robot arm that comes off of this that can maybe grab a couple of these containers and move them around to where they need to be. That could also be very cool. Guys, just keep throwing your ideas at me. I keep writing them down, and I keep trying to attack all of them and get this built for you guys. I'm having a lot of fun with this. I hope you guys are too. Let's put the ship in here, and then we can run in and see what everything looks like. Oh, I was just thinking, you know, I've got a docking door on the bottom. I could easily dock up like so if the landing gear wasn't in the way. That could be an easy way for me to dock up to the space station. But as it is right now, we are still gonna have to be a tail docking ship, and this thing is the wrong way, so we're gonna have to turn it and then rotate them that way, because that's how this will be docking up. Now, of course, there's no up and down, so this won't feel like up and down in space. You'll just kind of, if you just tilt your head to the left, you'll see how things will look. Up is whichever way you make it. Can we get this in the right spot here, though? All right, I think we're getting close here. All right, there we go. And that's how it would dock up, and there would be some other ships, you know, it'd probably look like this. Here we go. We'd probably come to it like this way, or looking down on it like that. So, you know, the modules that hang out from it would be, technically it's up and down, and we're basically building a skyscraper in space. That's kind of where we're going with this, but we've got tons of options, guys. Please keep throwing me your comments. Let's check this out. Let's see what this is like. All right, where is it? Oh, that looks so cool up there. Let's get up there. Let's start turning some things on. Definitely our solar panels need to be turned on, but that looks so cool up here. All right, solar, those go out. Man, they're super floppy all of a sudden. I know my physics aren't low. Physics high, yeah, see? That's just the game being kind of wonky. Can I get through some of these doors? We'll just pretend like. So yeah, here we go. We're coming through the corridor. That was our, yeah, something's wrong with this, that unit there. We come through, we've got command up here. You'd be able to float up into there. I can grab one of these handles here. And with the power of magic, we are in. Nope, we are in. Command center. Yeah, this is cool, because see, yeah, you can sit here, you can see back onto the space station, you could look outside, you can see ships that are coming in, you could direct them to where they needed to go, to the right docking bay, and we have multiples of these little command centers all over the thing, which would be really cool too. We'll come back through. What do we got in here? This is another corridor. This is our little sleep-in section. So none of my doors open, so I've got problems there. So you'd have a sleep corridor on the side here, and another little sleep corridor on the side. I think that works. I like that. I like the little hallway there. You come back through, you're into the big dome here, which is nice. Come back through, you're a little further. You can get into the little ejection seats here. And we got, nope, nothing else. We got our ship here on the side. So if we're floating through our ship, this is how we'd be floating through it, because there is no up. First-hand experience of getting through this thing. Okay, so we can't get through this area very well. Maybe if we're floating, we can. Try to get through here. Can we get through this door? Yep. We get through this walkway? Yep. Oh, we're stuck in our beds. Yeah, so navigation is gonna be pretty tough if we're on our side here. Get into command. Come on, all the way to the ship. Come on, get in the pilot seat. We're floating technically. All right, there we go. We are docked with the space station. Cool. Let's get in here and test one of these little pods out that Mike's made here for us. So things are going crazy. We got to get out of here. What do? We jump into a seat and we hold 6 and we're out of there. We're away from the space station. But cool, guys, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you 100%. If you're enjoying this series, make sure you throw a like on this video, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And yeah, we've got more to come. You guys keep giving me ideas, I'll keep building it. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Ouchies.